Hey, do you know what today is? If you don't, I don't blame you. I only found out about 30 minutes ago when I was mindlessly scrolling through Twitter and saw a tweet from the official Sonic the Hedgehog account. I found out it was actually the 30th anniversary of Sonic the Hedgehog. So I thought I'd take this time to tell you guys about my first Sonic game, a little bit about it, my experience playing it again after so long. So without further ado, I'd like to tell you about my first Sonic game. Sonic Heroes released on December 30th, 2003 for the Nintendo GameCube, PlayStation 2, Xbox, and PC. It was also fairly well received upon release. However, it stayed as the last well-received game until the release of Sonic Colors. And you can take it from me because I googled it. Moving on to the story and gameplay. Even though I have a bit of fondness for this game due to nostalgia, this is where I start to nitpick a little. And to illustrate what I'm about to tell you, let's just jump into the game, shall we? The main gimmick of Sonic Heroes is that you're able to play as 4 different teams, each comprising of different stories, however, all share the same levels. Each team is comprised of 3 different character types, one being the speed type, the second being the power type, the third being the flying type. By completing all 4 of the main stories, you actually unlock the final boss battle. But for right now, we're gonna focus on the Sonic team.
Let's blast through with Sonic speed!
Okay!
Alright!
So the story starts off with Sonic running into Tails and Knuckles to let him know that Eggman is planning to take over the world, which is odd to me. Aside from the very basic plotline, could you imagine sending a letter to the only people capable of stopping you from world domination? Yeah, makes no sense. This brings us to the first level of the game, Seaside Hill. I know you guys' thing is speed, but I'm gonna need you to give me a warning before you go ahead and do something like that. This brings me to the first major problem I have with the game, which is the oversensitivity in the control of the characters. It feels like the lightest touch to the right or the left of the joystick will send them flying where you don't want them to go. This can sometimes cause glitches within certain areas of the map. Other times it causes outright deaths within the game. Now I understand this is an older 3D Sonic game, that they still weren't used to making them, but I can't help but pointing it out after playing it again. Now, I'd like to move on to the next problematic thing in this game, which would be the character Knuckles, because I discovered something a bit interesting. Knuckles, what the f, man? You can't go cussing every time you got the chance. This is a kid's game. So, Knuckles has a bit of a problem with cursing every time he throws a punch. I'm not sure. I don't think this was an intentional mishap upon the game, but it's there. It exists. This is a kid's game, right? I don't know. I enjoy it. Another problem that I have with one of the main characters, it's gotta be Tails.
Let's go! Let's go! Alright! Look at all those Eggman robots!
Look, I mean, no disrespect to the voice actor for Tails. I know he's a little kid. He's not in control of what's going on, but that's kind of precisely the problem here. Someone actively made the decision to go ahead and use that character to narrate every tip for you in this game.
Pressing the B button during a jump while in speed formation allows you to attack enemies on the ground with Blue Tornado. Blue Tornado attacks enemies by scooping them off their feet.
Why? Someone had to sit down and make that decision. And to you, I say, I just want to talk. I just want to talk.
Let's go!
One of the last things I want to talk about is one of the special moves that the team can perform called Team Blast. And I think it speaks for itself on why it's a bit of a problem.
Blast away!
So, for the long term, At least we could say that games have gotten better over the time, seeing that they can take into account of people's disabilities and whatnot. But this definitely wasn't the start of it. Seriously though, taking all of the glitches, bugs, basic story into account, I still really love this game. Not only because of nostalgia, but because even after all of that, it's still a fun game to play. Yeah, I give it an A+. I love this stupid game. If you like what you saw and want to see more, consider subscribing. Also consider ringing that bell to be notified of the next upload. If you want to see more of this game specifically, check out twitch.tv/PaidProgramingYT. I'll be live playing Sonic Heroes after this video goes up.